Hello everyone and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we are going to discuss about the remainder operator. It's one of the most confusing operators for many beginners when they are learning Python or any of the programming languages. We don't really use it much in arithmetics and mathematics. It's not being used much. It is being used, but not a lot. The remainder operator or the modulo or modulus operator, but it's very essential operator in programming, and you will be able to see that later on in our coming episodes when we keep using this operator again and again. All right, so this operator is the remainder operator. We show the remainder of a division using this operator, and this operator is and we use this percentage sign for this operator in Python. So let's see how does this operator works. Let's say that we have two variables. A is equal to 10 and b is equal to 3. Now, if we divide these two numbers, a divided by b, which this will result into a float, if you remember. This will result into a float. And then we have this other kind of division, which is a 2 slashes b, and this will give you an integer of that division. And then the main operator that we want to discuss about today is the remainder operator. So what does this remainder operator would give you? All right, a remainder b. So what do you think would be the result of these three operations? Maybe pause the video and think about them, and once you've found or once you've guessed your answers, then you can come back to this video. All right, so let's see what is going to be the result of these operations. As we said, this is going to result into a float. Maybe let's run it. Okay. What's wrong? Something is wrong. Let me save again. Let's run again. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now you can see that a 10 divided by 3, when we are using the floor division operator, it gives us a float of 3.3333, going on just like that. And when we are using the a divided by b, the floor division for this operation, the floor division for this operation, it gives us an integer of 3. It basically drops the floating points. That's what it does. Simply drop the floating point, and it gives us 3 as an integer. Now, what is this one that we get? This is the remainder. Okay, this is the remainder when we have divided 10 by 3. Why? Because 10 is not perfectly divisible by 3. When we, let's say, when we have 10 apples and we have 3 people, we cannot divide these 10 apples to these 3 people equally. Why? Because we have 10 apples, right? And we can only give 3 apples to each one of these people. 3 apples for the first person, 3 apples for the second person, 3 apples for the third person. Now that is 9 apples. Now 1 is going to be remaining. And what is this? This is the remainder of that division. Okay, so that is what is happening here. And yeah, so that's how it works. And as I said before, this is one of the most confusing operators for people who are learning programming for the first time. Why? Because we don't really have any division involved in here. So students are very confused that where is the division that's happening? You know, we said a remainder b, but where is that division? So I can say that the division is quite implicit in here. It is implicitly expressed in here. If a is divided by b and the remainder, all right? So that's how it works. A is divided by b and the remainder is equal to. That's how this function works. So that division is basically hidden inside this operator in here, and we don't really write it down, but that's what it means. A divided by b and give me the remainder of that division operation. Now let's see. Let's say that we have these two numbers. Let me just go just like this here. Print, let's say 12 divided by 3. And we want to see the remainder, right? So 12 is divided by 3, and we want to see the remainder. So what do you think the remainder is going to be in this situation? Since we know that 12 is divisible by 3, that means it perfectly divides into 3. Why? Because we have 3, 6, 9, and 12. So the result of this operation is going to be, the result of this division is going to be 4. And we can see that actually if we say print 12 divided by 3, and also print 12 with 1 divide by 3, which is basically the floor division. Now you can see that if we run this code, we will see 0, the remainder is 0, and then we have a perfect 4, an integer 4, and a perfect 4.0 float. Why? We don't have any remainder in here. You can see that when we were dividing 10 to 3, the float division had this decimal point of 333, right? And that was basically the remainder part, and that's why we had this 1 as a remainder. Now here 12, because it's fully divisible by 3, it divides into 3 perfectly. That's why we don't have any remainder. You can see no remainder for this division, and that's why we get a 4 and a 4.0 for the result of the float division of this number. All right, so that's it, the remainder operator. I know this is a very confusing operator for you guys, so if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to explain about it for you. That's it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the coming episodes.